Right now, inside a secured facility in St. Louis, Missouri, Boeing technicians are assembling something that will redefine the future of air power: the F-47, America's first true sixth-generation aircraft. And it's no longer just a concept on paper. Full-scale production has officially begun. In September 2025, the program chief confirmed the F-47 will take flight in 2028. But here's what they're not telling you. Secret test flights have been happening since 2019, with prototype aircraft logging hundreds of hours. China has also stepped forward with its own sixth-generation designs. The race is on, and today we're showing you exactly where things stand. Welcome to Jet Vision, the home of deep dive aviation insight, unmatched analysis, and the stories behind America's most advanced aircraft. And before we go any further, we need your help. Right now, over 98% of the viewers watching this channel aren't subscribed. It doesn't cost you anything, but it means the world to us, and it helps bring you more breakdowns just like this one. So hit that like button, tap subscribe, and if you're proud of American aviation, proud of the engineers, the pilots, the builders, and the legacy that keeps our skies safe, then drop a salute in the comments below. Your support keeps Jet Vision flying. Now let's get into it. For years, the Next Generation Air Dominance program has been one of the Pentagon's most closely guarded secrets. Whispered conversations in defense circles, classified briefings, massive budgets buried in obscure line items. But now the curtain has lifted. The F-47 is real, it's under construction, and it marks the biggest leap in American air power since the F-22 Raptor rolled out nearly 2 decades ago. Today, we're breaking down everything we know about this revolutionary aircraft. May 21st, 2025. President Trump steps forward for a broadcast that sends shockwaves through the defense world. Boeing has won the contract. After a fierce and prolonged competition among America's top aviation companies, the U.S. Air Force awards Boeing the contract for the Next Generation Dominance platform. Over $20 billion on the table. The largest aircraft development effort in an entire generation. Lockheed Martin, the builder of the F-22 and F-35, loses. Boeing wins. And the workers at Boeing's St. Louis plant? They erupt with emotion. These weren't just employees. These were Americans ready to build something extraordinary for their country. General David Alvin said it perfectly. These are people who are built to do something meaningful for the nation, and that drive is already fully alive. Just 6 months after securing the contract, Boeing begins assembling the first test aircraft. The speed is unprecedented. Programs like this usually crawl. Not this one. The urgency is real, the need is immediate, and Boeing is moving fast. The story stretches back to 2014 when DARPA launched the Air Dominance Initiative. Their question was simple: how do we maintain control of the skies in 2030 and beyond? Because global rivals were evolving fast. Russia was modernizing, China was expanding its military at a breakneck pace, and America's F-22, despite its brilliance, was aging. DARPA started crafting experimental X-planes, full-scale flight demonstrators meant to test technologies no one had ever flown before. Here's the twist. Boeing flew its first demonstrator in 2019, long before anyone outside the program even knew it existed. By 2023, 3 distinct prototypes had flown hundreds of test hours, validating the technology that would shape the F-47. In July 2024, Secretary of the Air Force Frank Kendall paused the program. Costs were climbing. Each F-47 was estimated at $300 million, triple the price of an F-35. The future of the program hung in the balance. Then everything changed. In December 2024, China unveiled not one, but 2 sixth-generation stealth aircraft. A direct challenge, a warning shot. Suddenly, freezing NGAD didn't look like an option. By March 2025, the Trump administration reinstated the program. The message was clear. If America wanted to maintain air superiority, the F-47 was the only path forward. So what makes an aircraft sixth generation? What takes it beyond the fifth generation platforms we rely on today? It's not just speed or stealth. It's a complete transformation of what an aircraft does. The F-47 isn't just a fighter, it's the command hub of an entire combat ecosystem. 1. Range. F-22, approximately 590 nanometers. F-47, over 1,000 nautical miles. Nearly double the reach, it can penetrate deeper, stay longer, and rely far less on aerial tankers. 2. Stealth. Today's stealth fighters focus mainly on radar signature. The F-47 goes further. Full-spectrum low observability, thermal signature suppression, heat-reducing engine designs, broadband stealth across the entire EM spectrum. It doesn't just hide on radar, it disappears from the battlefield. 3. Adaptive propulsion. Powered by next-generation adaptive cycle engines, GE XA102 or Pratt & Whitney XA1103. Engines capable of switching airflow modes in real time. Need raw power? It adapts. Need maximum efficiency? It adapts again. The result? Better range, better performance. Super cruise at Mach 2 plus without afterburners. 4. A family of systems. This is the game changer. The F-47 will fly alongside Collaborative Combat Aircraft CCA's semi-autonomous drones. Projected fleet, approximately 185 F-47s, 1,000 plus CCAs. Each pilot commands multiple drones carrying weapons, sensors, electronic warfare payloads. The F-47 becomes a battlefield orchestrator, leading a network strike force from the sky. When Boeing was awarded the contract in March 2025, General Alvin revealed a stunning fact. 2 competing prototypes had been flying for 5 years. Since 2020, while the world dealt with a pandemic, Boeing and Lockheed quietly flew their own 6th-generation designs. Hundreds of hours, zero publicity. This is what a well-run classified program looks like. Digital engineering replaced decades of paperwork. Instead of designing for years before touching hardware, they built real aircraft early, tested them, and improved them continuously. This is why Boeing could ramp up production only months after winning. Timeline confirmed. At the Air Force Association conference in September 2025, Alvin made the timeline clear. First production F-47 will fly in 2028. Urgency is high. China's timeline for preparing to invade Taiwan is 2027. America must be ready. Boeing's St. Louis facility is undergoing a transformation. Nearly $2 million invested in recent years. New tooling, advanced composites labs, updated manufacturing lines. This wasn't a company hoping to win. This was a company preparing to win. The challenges ahead are massive carbon nanotube composite structures, self-healing radar-absorbent coatings, avionics that process more data per second than entire 5th-generation platforms. Every component must function flawlessly, often in the harshest combat environments. Yet the people building it know what's at stake. You can see it in every clip from inside the factory. Purpose, pride, determination. They're not building another airplane. They're building the future of American air power. So why does the F-47 matter? Why now? Because great power competition has returned, and air dominance is the backbone of every military operation America conducts. Without control of the air, bombers can't reach targets. Naval groups become vulnerable. Ground forces can't maneuver. Modern warfare collapses. Air superiority isn't optional. It's the foundation. 2025 to 2027. Build and ground testing. Airframe assembly. Stealth material verification. Systems integration. Taxi tests. 2028. First flight. A test pilot lifts the F-47 into the air for the first time. A symbolic and strategic milestone. America's 6th-generation aircraft becomes real. 2029. Acceleration. Weapon integration. Stealth refinement. Drone control systems. Multiple test articles in the air. Operational squadrons begin receiving aircraft. Crews start training. Tactics evolve. 2030 and beyond. The F-47 will continue to grow. Modular by design, swappable sensors, upgradable software, expanding capabilities. It will also influence the Navy's 6th-generation program, the F/A-XX, which is already adopting elements of its design philosophy. What makes the F-47 so extraordinary isn't just the aircraft you see. It's the unseen systems buried inside the wings, the software running behind the displays, and the data engines powering every decision in the cockpit. The F-47's onboard computers operate at speeds that make fifth-generation jets look ancient. Algorithms predict threats before they appear. Sensors track targets miles beyond the pilot's view. And every piece of information is fused into a single, crystal-clear picture of the battlefield. This isn't reactionary flying. This is predictive dominance. A sixth-generation aircraft demands a sixth-generation pilot, and that means training has changed forever. The F-47 training pipeline is built around AI-driven simulators, digital threats, and virtual environments that mirror real-world battlefields with razor accuracy. Pilots will fight virtual enemies that learn and adapt in real time. They'll command drone swarms before ever stepping into a cockpit, and they'll master decision-making at speeds no human has ever faced in combat. This is not just pilot training, it's mental conditioning for a new era of warfare. Every time the United States unveils a new generation of air power, the rest of the world responds. But a true sixth-generation aircraft? That sends shockwaves. Allied nations are now reevaluating their entire air strategies. Partners in Europe and the Pacific are adjusting their timelines, their budgets, and their expectations. Some are accelerating drone programs. Others are scrambling to modernize fleets that are now a full generation behind. The F-47 doesn't just shift the balance, it resets it. Behind every aircraft that takes to the sky, there's an entire ecosystem on the ground making it possible. For the F-47, the logistics chain is as advanced as the jet itself. New supply networks, new manufacturing lines, new materials that require entirely new ways of building and repairing aircraft. Even maintenance will be different. Built-in diagnostics will flag issues before a wrench ever hits the metal. Technicians will wear augmented reality visors showing real-time schematics, and autonomous robots may eventually perform repairs too dangerous or too precise for human hands. This isn't just innovation, it's reinvention. The F-47 isn't only about capability, it's about the message it delivers. To allies, it says, America's committed, America is ready. America will maintain air superiority for decades to come. To adversaries, it says something else. It says that any attempt to challenge U.S. air power will be met with a level of technology and coordination they cannot match. It says the skies are not up for negotiation, and it reminds the world that air dominance is not given. It is earned. At the core of the F-47 lies something no previous fighter truly possessed: a battlefield brain. This aircraft is built around artificial intelligence, AI that processes data faster than any human could, AI that identifies threats before the pilot even sees them, AI that filters noise into clarity. It doesn't replace the pilot, it elevates them. The F-47 becomes a partner in the cockpit, a thinker, a protector, a force multiplier. This is intelligence at the speed of combat. The F-47's greatest strength might not be the aircraft itself, but the autonomous fleet that follows it. Future missions won't be one jet flying alone. There'll be one jet commanding an entire digital wing. Dozens of drones, different roles, different capabilities, all linked in real time. Some will jam enemy radars, some will strike high-value targets, some will act as decoys, and some will shield the manned aircraft behind them. This is the next era of warfare: swarm coordination, machine teamwork, human-led autonomy. Modern air combat isn't just missiles and dogfights, it's the invisible war. The F-47 carries some of the most advanced electronic warfare tools ever built. Systems that can blind enemy radars, systems that can spoof incoming missiles, systems that can jam communications across an entire battlefield. In the digital age, to win the sky, you must first win the spectrum, and the F-47 was built to dominate the electromagnetic battle space like no aircraft before it. This isn't just stealth, this is electronic supremacy. A program of this scale doesn't rely on one company, it depends on an entire nation. Hundreds of suppliers across America are now tied to the F-47. Small machine shops, advanced composite labs, software innovators, material scientists pushing the limits of what's possible. These businesses aren't just contributing parts, They're contributing purpose. And together they show something powerful. The United States still possesses the industrial strength and the national will required to build a world-leading aircraft. This is America working at full capacity. The F-47 is just the beginning, a foundation, not a finish line. What comes after this jet will build on everything learned: new engines, new stealth concepts, new forms of human-machine interaction. The Navy will use these technologies for its F/A-XX program. The Space Force will adopt systems that started in the F-47's digital core. Even civilian aerospace will benefit from breakthroughs in materials and propulsion. The F-47 is not simply a fighter. It's a bridge to the next century of American air power. And the story is only beginning. And that brings us to the end of another deep dive here on Jet Vision, where America's aviation future takes center stage. The story of the F-47 is still unfolding, the technology is still advancing, and the race for air dominance is only accelerating from here. And we'll be right here, breaking it all down for you, step by step. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed yet, now is the time. Join the mission, join the momentum, and help us reach even more viewers who care about the future of American air power. And if you're proud of our aviation heritage, proud of the men and women building the next generation of American strength, drop a salute in the comments below. This is Jet Vision. The future of air dominance is already rising. We'll see you in the next one.